Hey folks, welcome back to the garage. You know me, I love cars that get your heart thumping and your pulse racing, and today we're talking about a real head turner, the Toyota 86. This ain't your grandpa's Toyota, no sir. This baby's got a pedigree that traces back to the legendary AE 86, a car that practically invented drifting. We're gonna dive deep under the hood, kick the tires, and see what makes this modern classic a true driver's car. So buckle up, because we're going for a ride. Now, the Toyota 86, it's a relatively new nameplate, first hitting the streets back in 2012. But don't let that fool you, this car's got history in its DNA. See, it's the spiritual successor to the Corolla GTS, known in enthusiast circles as the AE 86, or Hachiroku in Japanese. That car was a legend, lightweight, rear-wheel drive, and a pure joy to toss around corners. It was all about balance and feel, and that's what Toyota was going for with the 86. They teamed up with Subaru, another company that knows a thing or two about making fun-to-drive cars, and the result was a pure driver's machine. The 86 is a no-frills sports car, designed for folks who love the feeling of the road beneath their fingertips. It's all about the connection between driver and machine, and that's something you don't find in a lot of modern cars. Now let's talk about looks. The Toyota 86 is a looker, no doubt about it. It's got that classic sports car silhouette, long hood, short deck, low-slung profile. The designers over at Toyota really nailed the proportions on this one. It's got a timeless quality to it, the kind of car that'll still look good 10, 20 years down the line. But it's not just about looking pretty. The 86's design is all about function. See those curves and lines? They're not just there for show, they're designed to cheat the wind, improve aerodynamics, and keep the car glued to the road. And those flared wheel arches, they're not just for show either. They give you a wider track, which means more grip and better handling in the corners. Now let's pop the hood and see what makes this thing tick. The Toyota 86 is powered by a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter, 4-cylinder boxer engine, developed in conjunction with Subaru. Now 200 horsepower might not sound like much these days, but trust me, this car is more about the way it delivers that power than the raw numbers. The engine is mounted low and to the rear, which gives the car a near-perfect weight distribution. That means it handles like a dream, with sharp turn-in and a playful, tail-happy nature that'll put a smile on your face. And because it's naturally aspirated, you get that linear power delivery, that instant throttle response that's missing from a lot of turbocharged cars these days. Now, the real magic of the Toyota 86 reveals itself when you get this car on a twisty road. The steering is precise and communicative. You can feel every little bump and groove in the pavement. And the chassis, oh man, the chassis is sublime. It's perfectly balanced, eager to change direction, and incredibly forgiving, even when you push it to the limit. The 86 is a car that encourages you to become a better driver. It rewards smooth inputs and punishes sloppy footwork. And because it's not overpowered, you can really wring it out, explore its limits without ending up in a ditch. It's a car that makes you feel alive, connected to the road in a way that few modern cars can match. Now, step inside the Toyota 86 and you'll find a driver-focused cockpit that's all business. The seats are supportive and comfortable, holding you firmly in place when you're carving canyons. The steering wheel is perfectly sized and feels great in your hands, and all the controls are laid out in a logical, easy-to-reach manner. The dashboard is clean and uncluttered, with clear and concise gauges that give you all the information you need without any distractions. And while the 86 isn't exactly loaded with luxury features, it's got all the essentials: air conditioning, power windows, and a decent sound system. Now let's talk fuel economy. The Toyota 86 isn't exactly a gas guzzler, but it's not going to win any awards for being a fuel sipper either. With its 2-liter engine and manual transmission, you can expect to get around 20 miles per gallon in the city and up to 30 on the highway. Now, that might not sound too impressive, but remember, this is a sports car. And besides, who cares about fuel economy when you're having this much fun behind the wheel? But seriously, the 86's fuel economy is respectable for its class, and it's certainly not going to break the bank at the pump. Now, when it comes to safety, the Toyota 86 has got you covered. It comes standard with all the essential safety features you'd expect from a modern car: airbags, anti-lock brakes, traction control, and stability control. And in crash tests conducted by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, the 86 earned an overall safety rating of 5 out of 5 stars. So you can rest assured that you're in good hands behind the wheel of this sporty coupe. Toyota has always been known for building safe and reliable cars, and the 86 is no exception. Now let's see how the Toyota 86 stacks up against the competition. In the world of affordable sports cars, the 86 has some stiff competition. From the likes of the Mazda MX-5 Miata and the Subaru BRZ, its mechanical twin. Each car has its own strengths and weaknesses, but the 86 holds its own with its blend of sharp handling, playful nature, and affordable price tag. The Miata is a blast to drive, but it's only a two-seater. The BRZ is mechanically very similar to the 86, but it offers a slightly different driving experience. Ultimately, the best car for you depends on your individual needs and preferences. Now let's talk about the price. The Toyota 86 is surprisingly affordable, especially considering the performance and driving enjoyment it offers. Prices for a base model start at around $30,000, making it one of the most affordable sports cars on the market. And if you're willing to spend a bit more, you can get into a higher trim level with more features like leather seats, a premium sound system, and upgraded wheels and tires. But even in its base form, the 86 is a heck of a lot of car for the money. So, what do the critics and owners have to say about the Toyota 86? Well, it's been praised by automotive journalists for its handling, performance, and overall fun-to-drive factor. It's won numerous awards, including Car and Driver's 10 Best and Road & Track's Performance Car of the Year. And owners rave about its reliability, affordability, and the smiles it puts on their faces every time they get behind the wheel. The Toyota 86 has a passionate and dedicated fan base, and for good reason. It's a car that reminds us why we love to drive, and that's something truly special. So there you have it, folks, the Toyota 86. It's a car that's all about the pure joy of driving. It's a back-to-basics sports car that puts the emphasis on handling, feel, and driver involvement. It's not the fastest car on the road, nor is it the most luxurious, but it's a car that speaks to the enthusiast in all of us. If you're looking for a car that'll put a smile on your face every time you get behind the wheel, the Toyota 86 is definitely worth a look. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and we'll see you in the garage.